Who go more than 2 hours? Stacy in 2 hours. Look at that. 3 hours. Over 3 hours. 3 hours. Over 3 hours of traffic. Daly City, right? South San Francisco. Where? We have somebody here from Hawaii today? Woo! Where? Stand up. Mr. Hawaii. Come on, stand up.
There we go.
Hawaii. Did you fly yesterday or this morning? Last night. You made a big mistake. You left Hawaii for cold Northern California? All right. Well, I'm kidding. You made the right decision. All right, you guys, you ready to figure this thing out? Yeah. So we created this in Vacaville back in like October. I did a dry run at it. It was okay. Since then, we've taught the Agent Attraction Bootcamp in Texas, Arizona, Florida, North Carolina, Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, all over, everywhere. And it is a home run. But we never did it right here in Sacramento, right in our hometown. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
So this is not about how to sell more homes today. We think this shit. We're all about it. There's all kinds of training in the cloud. I had someone walk up to me and go, I had no idea Brimco Resources there was all this training on how to sell homes. It's great. And they used some of my tips and already put homes in escrow, so that's great. But today it's about acquiring stock. Today it's about developing your revenue share. Today it's about an exit strategy for real estate. You know, a lot of us have been doing this for 10, 20 years, right? Raise your hand if you're 10, 20 years in the business. A lot of, look around this room, half the room. And if you stop today after 10 to 20 years of effort, what could you sell your business for? Most people couldn't sell it. And what would you be paid over the next year or two or three for all the business you've done? It doesn't matter how many trophies you got, plaques, press clippings, award, recognition. You've got to get to the point where you have an exit strategy. So that is what today's about. So we're going to hit it hard. So take a lot of notes. Let's start. So the first thing is I want to talk to you about global vision. There are 206 countries worldwide. Best estimates put the agent broker population at 25 million. We currently just hit 18,000. We have 3,000 in the queue onboarding our company right now, 21,000. 2 years and 4 months ago when I joined, there were 1,200. 1,200 just became 21,000. 1,200 excited agents. What will 21,000 excited agents become? And now that we're starting to become known, 2 years or 4 months ago, it was like, well, who's EXP? What? Now people go, oh yeah, I've heard of that. So when you talk to people about EXP, you want to say, hey, I want to talk to you about EXP. You had to have heard about this new model called EXP, right? And it's all about your enthusiasm, your excitement level of talking to people. We're going to talk about how to talk to agents, how to talk to brokers here shortly. But you guys, in California alone, we have a couple thousand, 2,500. We have less than half of 1% market share. We're just getting warmed up. And it took me 9 years to come to Keller Williams. They were huge by the time I came. There are people that are going to come to EXP in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and we'll be even bigger than we are now. You're just going to stay in their life until they come around. I cannot tell you the amount of people who said no the first time. You're like, well, I talked to someone who said no. Yep, and 6 months later they said yes. 16 months later, another one said yes. 2 years later, they said yes. You have to stay the course. And they go, oh my gosh, it's working. And they get back in touch with you. What you want to do is develop a dream board, a vision board. Where are you going? Like, why are you willing to work this hard? The first thing we did, where's James? Is we created a dream board and a vision board, right? If you've ever been to my office, come on by, we'll give you a tour. You'll see all kinds of travel. That is like a hot button for us. What we should do, James, is take a picture of it and put it right here. I'm just going to slide it in. We'll show it to you. But, for us, and some of you want a yacht or a private airplane, that's cool. Nothing against that. Ours is mainly family and travel. Those are our hot buttons. We do have a cabin on there, right, James? We're going to buy a cabin at Lake Tahoe, a beautiful mountain cabin for our families. So we're excited. But you got to have one. Here's the bottom line. Architect your life. Design your life, or you just fall in a slot. You fall in a rut. How about this one? Write this down. You ready? This is worth coming. Build your dream, or somebody's going to hire you to build theirs. I mean, just keep saying that to yourself. Isn't that the truth? People either build their own dream, or they get hired to build somebody else's dream. R.C. Willey, it's a right down the road here. Very popular furniture store. Back in the, I don't know, 40s, during World War II, he started building, or it might have been the 20s, building R.C. Willey. And today his vision goes on. Even though he's not here, it's like a 3D freaky thing of him talking. It still freaks me out when I walk by. They go there like a Walt Disney thing. But design your life. Rob Flick has a wealth chart. Do you have one? So here's the part. I want to show you why more people don't succeed at a high level. And I'm not beating you up if you don't have one, but if you have a wealth chart and you use it, raise your hand, raise your hand. A handful of this room. James, what were we told to do when we joined EXP 2 years or 4 months ago? What's the first thing we did? Why don't every one of you have one? We're going to show you what one looks like in just a minute. But you can get it, a copy of it, at brentcoveresources.com. It says Rob Flick Wealth Chart. He designed it. Rob Flick has 7,000 agents in his 7 levels. Most successful person at EXP. I would copy him. Did we blatantly copy him? We didn't change it, we copied it. Well, I'm going to change the wealth chart, do this. Really, how many people in your group? Me.
James tried to
10 people. I suggest you buy McDonald's and copy them exactly. Get it in and out and do it exactly. Get a Taco Bell and do it exactly. Emulate success. Once you're successful, you want to venture out and try something different. Like Mercedes, they have that new C-Class or whatever it is for $32,000. They're trying to break into that, more market where everybody can afford one. Man, did you see their new commercial with that woman going cross country in the first car ever with their 2 kids? They recreated. There's the first woman, the first human being to go cross country in America with 2 kids was a woman. And she's all dressed up in a dress. It was 1880. She's got her hair something crazy. It's a steam engine. Man, I cried when I watched it today. James like, you cried? I'm like, it was emotional. But yeah, see, it's good for Mercedes-Benz. It's a good one. My kids take no movies with me. I cried every movie I go to. Oh my God, don't sit my dad. It's Cinderella. Okay, so goals. Come up with some goals. We came up with some goals about how many people to sponsor in the next 90 days, the next 30 days, how much you'd like to earn. I like this one. How many agents do you want to have in your business the next 6 months? Next year, 2, 3, 5 years. We have goals for 10 years from now. Have you thought about it? What is your vision? Aim for the stars, land on the moon. Most people have no vision. Zig Ziglar says this: you're either a wandering generality, I got my voice going, that's Southern drum, or a meaningful specific. Which is it? Most people are just wandering around. They treat their real estate business the same way. You come up with a goal and you bite onto it like a bulldog and you don't let go. James, how often do we call people every Friday afternoon from 2 to 5?
Every Friday.
You hear that? Every Friday. No, some Fridays, every other Friday? Every Friday. If we started in October, right through ski season, we go skiing at Sugar Bowl on Fridays. How many times do you go skiing at Sugar Bowl? 0. How many times did I go, well, let's go over to Napa and have dinner at 4, and I love doing that, right? How many times do we leave at 3 or 4 and go to Napa and skip? What do we do Friday afternoons, James? And how many people did I call on Friday afternoons? 3 to 5, not 35, not 100, not 50. It's something every single one of you can do. But you make things in your mind that say, well, everybody's already been talked to. Excuse me, there's 420,000 people in the state. Well, I don't know anyone. Well, get your butt out the door and go meet somebody at SAR. Raise your hand if you've been to an SAR training event. Raise your hand high. 8 people. Okay? Today, there was a training event. Today, we had to wait for them to get out of here. There were 40 people. 40. You could have met some people today. You walked in, learned a little bit, get better at real estate, sell more homes, and met some people, and had people to add to your list to call to get their opinion about our model. So that is what you want to do. But the vision is very important. We love setting those goals, and then we go after it tenaciously. Well, why aren't more people? I don't know. Why don't more people sell 50 homes a year? Why don't more people sell 100 homes a year? Why doesn't every student get an A? Because not every student deserves an A. Quit looking around and say, well, just go do it. And then when I just go do it, that's what I did. And it works, and we'll help you do it. Reach out for help. You want to reach me, text me. Email me, I won't get it. My staff reads email. They tell me what I need to know. They never tell me anything. Apparently, I don't need to know much, okay? I haven't read an email in a year and a half. Most of liberating thing in the world. If you want to get me, text me. Okay, and I will help you. I'll talk to an independent broker for you. I'll talk to a star agent for you. You don't hit me for everybody, but keep me for someone special. Does that make sense? Mainly because I'm not like peanut butter. I won't spread out that much or whatever. I won't use that much. Now, here's the whole chart. Here's
peanut butter.
I'm more like jelly. I'm sweeter than peanut butter.
Oh my God.
Now, I like peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Can you tell? Now, so there's the wealth chart. There it is. We copy this. You go to Safeway or Rayleigh's or Bel Air, and you get poster board that your kids do their projects on, and you take a glass and you go circle, circle, circle. This, you draw it out, copy it. There it is. Right? Or is there a better way to do it, James?
Yeah, download it. Print it.
Or you make it if you're artsy. James is very artsy back there. He made ours. We couldn't download it 2 years and 4 months ago. Yeah. So now they can download it and just hit print or something. But they're not printing on poster board, are they?
Yeah. Kinko's a
Send it
print.
to Kinko's.
They'll print on poster board, yeah.
Kinko's.
I print like 50 of them.
Or just make one. Go make one. It's fun, but don't change it. Well, I'm gonna have a seventh. I'm gonna have seventh level. I'm gonna have 10. They'll copy it verbatim and start filling it in. How do you fill it in? That's how you fill it in. Here's an agent who put it on whiteboard. This is an agent of ours in Las Vegas. You see the 6 lines. Do you see them? There's 5 bubbles. Remember the 5 bubbles there? There they are, the 6 across. There they are. Oops, you want to cut? Here, get a picture. Ready? Got it? Oh, okay. So there it is. There's what it looks like. And the ones in green, he's enrolled. He's got 5, 10, 15, 20 agents. The ones in red are getting ready to enroll, on line 6. And so that's going to be 25 personals. And then he adds up, okay, he signed up 20. They gave him in his line 2, 65 agents. Line 3, right there, 77 agents. 75, then 53 in line 5, 14 and 3, and line 7. When I got to 40 sponsored, I had 10 in line 7. At 4,000 an agent, that's 40,000 a year, just from one level. His goal is 500. Remember, there's the goal of 500 right there. He copied it verbatim. On to the right, over here, he's got prospects, people he's talking to, okay? And he's doing it. And there you go. This is updated as of February of 2019. Agent count up 0.312. It works if you work it. It's like digging a ditch. It's not maybe going to work. Well, other people have dug ditches before. There's a lot of ditch diggers in Sacramento. Blah, 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 blah. There's 2 million agents in North America. My gosh. James, how many agents am I signing up right now on personals?
We have about 6 per.
Well, you're special or Minoski. These agents don't know me. They're strangers. Well, they know you're a big star. They have no idea big star. I don't go, hey, I'm a big star. They have no idea. I talk to them just like you talk to them. And I'm signing up 6. Now, if I do that for 10 months, how many is it? Oh, 60. Stop it. Stop listening to the voice that says you can't, you won't, you're not capable. Anybody's capable of getting an A if we're putting in the work. Anybody's capable of digging a ditch if you pick up a shovel. That's all this is. I didn't move mountains. I called 3 to 5 people every Friday afternoon from 2 to 5. And I didn't let go. I did it for 8 straight months till I got to 40. And I begged people for help. I called my sponsor, Sheila. Well, no wonder you had Sheila. Sheila wasn't a big deal back then. She was a struggling mom with 2 kids who had just got done pulling her husband out of drug houses in Dallas. And he was a superstar CPA, and he got into drugs, and he got a back injury, and all of a sudden he's strung out on Skid Row in drug houses, and she's going there with her children and pulling her husband and bawling, and went through hell and back. That's my sponsor. And you know what? She helped me just fine all the way from Dallas. So we called her every day, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. Right? I mean, seriously, how many times do you call Sheila a day?
Absolutely, 2, 5 times.
Do you call your sponsor? I don't want to bother him. Stop it! We want to be bothered. We want to help you. That's your dumb, stupid, like drunk. I'm being cute, Mellow. More coffee. Okay. So here's the deal. When I got real estate at 30, 23 years ago, I called my parents who were real estate agents, brokers, 5 to 10 times a day. After a year, they're like, you're exhausting us. I'm like, what about this? What about this? How do you do this? Okay. And I'm like, you guys don't want to bother you? Stop it. How's that working for you? How's it working for you? It's called pride. I don't want to bother anyone. I can do it myself. Really? How's it going? I called Rob Flick. I called Gene. Wilco's sponsored by Rob Flick. Well, Rob Flick was my sponsor. Wilco said, we showed this like 20 or 30 or 40 people Wilco, and none of them signed up. Rob was horrible at the beginning. Wilco got here 6 months before me. It took Rob for like half a year to get Wilco his first person. How many people does Wilco have today, roughly, do you think there, James? Over 1,000. Well, he was a really successful real estate guy. No, he wasn't. He was a soccer coach of youth, of children, like a Roseville soccer coach. And he bought 2 or 3 flips. And Rob Flick happened to live in one of his rental units. And he listened to Rob, and he signed up at EXP, and it took Rob half a year to get in his first person. If you have one person in the last 6 months, you're doing as good as Wilco. In fact, it took half a year. So if you have one, you're doing better. So today, Wilco's got a cranking business. He'll have 10,000. And 1,000, if you have 25 or more personals, will make you $1 million a year. It'll make you $1 million a year. You got to have some personals, though. 50 a month. You'll get good. I realize you may not get good yet, but practice makes perfect. You don't even have to be perfect, but you're going to get better. I love that saying, the biggest room in the world is room for improvement. How many of you are just stuck? I'm just so awesome. I can never be any more awesome. Is that anybody? Is that you? I am like the most awesome dad, the most awesome wife, the most awesome business person. Chris is the most awesome. No, Chris, can you get better in areas of your life?
Absolutely.
You know, absolutely. I got so mad at my daughter the other day, I let it go. 3 weeks ago. I was wrong. I had to go for a walk in downtown Roseville. I got up, she pushed my buttons. I know I'm the only one who's had a teenager push her buttons, right? I'm just spilling my guts out. He yelled at it. I go, whoa. Yeah. All right. So, we made up. It's okay. Now, so here's the deal. You want to learn about real estate? At the top there, right there, it says real estate agent training. We lead with training. We're a real estate company, baby. On the 25th of April, we're going to have Katie Core here. I'm flying in. This room will be twice the size. I'm flying in the #1 guy in America. All the KB Core trainers, I don't know, it's like 40 of them or something. They're $1,000 for 3 hours. He is $4,000 for 3 hours. I'm going to pay for it. You're going to benefit. It's a free event. We got to buy his airline tickets, his hotel room, food. We got to rent out the Falls Event Center, which is a bloody fortune. It'll cost us $7,000 or $8,000. Free to you. He's going to teach you how to do lead generation so you can sell more homes. Come take notes, because if you get that figured out, you can sponsor people at EXP. If you say, I guarantee you, I can help you get 100 leads a month, more than you're currently getting, and you will sell more real estate. And so that is important. We're real estate. Then you'll see the word more. What's more? Agent attraction. Down in here, it's actually right there, agent attraction. There's all kinds of videos there on how to do what we do. There are some videos that are 3 minutes, 5, 10, 15. You should watch every video. Here's what coming, event videos. I mean, you can watch Jerry Springer on a Friday night. You can watch, NCI, Forensic Files, There's TV shows, really like, there's some really cerebral ones that are really powerful, like The Walking Dead. It's really good for you. It's really good for you. Or you can maybe watch some event videos with some popcorns and really, figure out how to get on with it in your life. Or you can just keep having what you've been having. But if you've had enough and you really watch the event videos, listen, learn from stuff we've done, books I've written, books I recommend, where's rent? We added this button you press here. You're going to learn that I'm going to be in Vancouver, Washington in a month. I'm going to be in Seattle, Washington the same day in a month. You're going to learn I'm going to be in Austin, Texas in 2 weeks. You're going to learn different places. Where else am I going, James? What's on that schedule? Do you remember? Las Vegas. Maybe you've got agents in there. Maybe I can have breakfast with a friend of yours in Las Vegas. I will help you. Hit the red button. Find out where I am. I'll help you where I can. You should scour this thing, and we update it every week. So go back, check, bounce around, learn about it. Okay. So I love this one. Men and women who have specific great goals dictate to others, while men and women who have no specific great goals are dictated to. Chris Okamura. Chris has some specific great goals. He's worked his butt off. Are you Facebook Live in this thing? What are you doing over there?
I'm zooming my other team.
I
can't make it here.
His other team.
They can't make it here.
That is awesome. Hey, team. And so, Chris, how big is your organization now?
Just under 300.
Just under 300. And now, if you had 300 agents and you're making good money, would you maybe back off real estate and build that 300 to 3,000 and make $3 million a year? Even when he hits 1,000, which he will be at 1,000 in 12 months, that's $1 million a year income. And he's got enough personals to do that. Do you sell real estate anymore, Chris?
No.
Nope. I remember when I started making $100,000 a month, I said, you know what? I was driving to a listing in Loomis, $800,000 listing. I get 6% of my listings. I offer out 2.5 because that's what's offered out in MLS in Sacramento. It's normal. I get 3.5. I don't feel guilty about that. I spent $1 million on the radio in the past 14 years. I have marketing costs. Yes, I deserve more than the buyer's agent. I don't even feel bad about it. So here's the deal. I get 3.5% of 800,000. Well, 3% is 24. Add the other 0.5%, it's like $27,000. And I'm driving to that listing, and guess what? I am super going, this is a waste of my time. This is absolutely not what I want to be doing. I actually found myself like, what a waste. Because I'm going to get the listing, then I'm going to have to talk to all these agents and do all this work. It'll close. I got to pay taxes. I got to pay my overhead. I'm going to net so much, and then it'll be gone. It was like a waste of time. For me, at this point in my career, the only thing I want to do is talk to agents and brokers. I want to be Coldwell Banker. I want to be the Lyons family. I want to be Gino who built Nintero. I want to be Dave Lineker who built Remax. I want to be the people who started Century 21. I want to build something. Do you know that Gary Keller used to show property and take listings? Hey, do you think he does that anymore? No, he started talking to agents. You used to show property and take listings, but you carve out a little time and start talking to agents. And if you believe in yourself and you reach out for help, one day you won't have to show property and take listings. You know, I just got back from Cancun, right? I didn't have a single buyer call or seller call. Nobody was mad that the back door was left open. Nobody was mad that the open house I scheduled for Sunday, they were 10 minutes late. I've had sellers call me up and rip me a new one. By the way, if you get an open house in this room and you are 10 minutes late, you have no idea what kind of pain some of those stressed out sellers will put their listing agent because you showed up 10 minutes late and you weren't dressed nicely. Dress nicely, be early. Don't leave early. No one's here, it's 4 o'clock, I'm gonna sneak out at 3:45. The owners will get home at 3:50, there'll be no signs out, no open house there. They call their listing agent and will rip them a new one. Be early and don't leave before your open house is over, and always promote that house and say nice things about. People listen on their security systems now. They listen to everything that's being said. They sit there and watch you talk about their house. You better promote their house and say nice. Is that good information or not? Oh, trust me, any listing agents here? Oh, thank God, he speaketh the truth. That's like Greek. He speaketh the truth, or King James. Now, so first things first. This is a boot camp. We're going to teach you how to do it. Make a list of names. Raise your hand if you have a list over 100 names. 100 names. If you've done it at one point in your career, either, right? My list isn't over 100 now, but that's what it took, and so I would qualify currently. But if you've made a list over 100, raise your hand again. Stand up. These are your serious. Stand up. These are the serious people. You look around, well, why aren't more people successful with this and that? I don't know, people are making 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a month. Well, 2,000 a month is 24,000 a year. 3,000 a month is 36,000 a year. It's not a little bit, 4,000. But you see how many people stood up? James, we were told to make a wealth chart. Did we make a wealth chart? Immediately, right? We didn't wait one day. There's nothing to download. We went and bought poster board like a 14-year-old making a school project, and then we got mason jars or cups. I don't even know, you did it, right? You went to the lounge there, probably messed up a few and redid it, right? And then I made a list of names, right? Do we wait weeks or months to make a list of names? Well, you know everybody. I would do my phone. If I get my paws on your phone, I would just start H. Albert Einstein. Oh, it's okay. Never mind. Albert Schmidt. No. Albert Anderson. No. Al Hastings. Al Hastings. Oh yeah, I worked with him 5 years ago at Century. I forgot about. Have you done that? I did that. I guarantee you, most of you have not done that. I took the time to spend hours building a list. So when I had my time between 2 and 5 Friday afternoons, I could call 3 and 5. I had a list. I didn't go, geez, should I call Sandra? I just called Sandra. I didn't say, should I call Chris? I said, Chris Okamura, you were on my list. I had to get 5 seconds of courage, a cup of courage, and call him. He goes, sure, buddy, I'll check it out. And then I set up a time, and he had his earbuds on, and you went to a Starbucks, and you were with a friend, and you watched the webinar from a Starbucks, and I was bummed because I could hear everybody in the background. I knew he wasn't paying attention like I wanted him to.
I was.
But he was, and when you got done watching that video, what'd you think?
Oh, my head exploded.
Okay. Now I've had other people watch the video going, that's the dumbest thing in the world. His head exploded, my head exploded, Marguerite started crying.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy goes, I get it. Other people go, we don't do that. That is pyramid, pyramid structure, pyramid bad. You're like a caveman real estate agent. So let me get this straight. At your company, they don't share money back to people. Yeah, we don't make money off our people. So you just refer your people and your company keeps all the money. Yeah, our company keeps all the money. And somehow it's more noble because Alliance keeps all the money, doesn't share revenue, that is a noble thing. And because EXP was designed to say, thank you for sending Chris, we're going to send you some revenue from sales he creates instead of keeping it all. That's a bad thing. Yeah, that's bad. Okay. I mean, we're not for everybody. Think about what the person's saying. Do you work for Keep It All Real Estate Company, or do you work for a company who shares it with you, right? I'll say it again. How about this? You might have heard me say this. I doubt you've ever heard this, but it's called compensation for contribution. I sent 60, 80, honestly, in 12 years. I would doubt if I had over 100 people to read my school. They must have loved me. I never really thought about it. People call me up, hey, how do you like it? It's great. I was there 12 years. I wasn't there 12 years because I didn't like it. They would join. I had sent so many people who sold 30, 40, 50, 60 homes a year to Remax School, probably over 40 or 50. I had one guy, my neighbor, sold 333 homes in 2004 in 1 year. Remax School, from one of my 80 to 100, they got paid 333 times in a single year. Is that smart on their part? I got paid nothing. I didn't get a $10 sports card. In 12 years, I got 3 $10 Starbucks cards. Well, it's hard. It was hard for Lions to go do what they did. It wasn't necessarily easy for Gino to build Intero. He almost lost it in the crash. Walt Disney, they thought he was a complete nut. Hey, we're going to build a theme park around a mouse. Mrs. Fields used to beg people to strip mall. Hey, have a cookie. Do you want a cookie? Here, have a cookie. She's giving out free samples of her cookies. Everyone's like, get away from me, lady. It's a homeless person at the strip mall giving out cookies. There's all these germs in it. She barely made that location work. Seriously, raise your hand if you've ever had a Mrs. Fields chocolate chip cookie. The whole room. She used to beg people just to taste one herself. Steve Jobs was in his parents' garage, not his garage, mommy's and daddy's garage. Hewlett-Packard started in their garage. Who's the founder of Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg? I know that's a stupid question, but this sounded wrong. Mark Zuckerberg. In a dorm room. Everything has humble beginnings. Our stock was 13 cents. It's trading over 10 now. What'd you see in 2 years? Maybe up, maybe down. He's watching. Okay? Past performance is no big treat. But here's the deal. What I have. Okay? Make your list of names. Meet people, don't be weird. Go to NAR, go to CAR, go to Private Feeding, Joe Stump, go to Remax's annual convention. I can do that. You can go to buy a ticket, research them online, buy a ticket. There's thousands and thousands. And go to. They have breakout sessions. They have speakers. Meet people. Just hang out in the lobby. Meet people. Oh, where are you from? I'm from Iowa. Oh, I'm from Sacramento. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from Daly City. I'm from Vacaville. And go, man, I don't know anyone from Iowa. Do you mind if we trade cards? If someone moves to Iowa, they'll free. I don't know anyone. You think they give you their card? And then you can prospect them the next day when you get home, the next week, the next month. Sheila Bergeron, my sponsor, waited 2 years to call me. I'm just glad she called. And she said, do you remember me? We met 2 years ago briefly in the lobby of a Haas-Pratt seminar in Plano, Texas, a suburb of Dallas. And I met you there, and I was so impressed with you. Do you remember me? And honestly, I don't remember her at all. And some of you are calling people, they may not remember me. You know what? If they're a good person, I had empathy for her. I'm like, you egotistical maniac. How could you not remember this woman? So I'm like, it's okay, but what are you selling? I'll buy some because I now feel like an absolute ass. I feel like a heel, right? And so I had empathy. She's like, well, I'd love you to give your opinion on this new Model XP. I'm like, sure. You got 18 agents, $100 million. You bet I'll watch it. I watched it. Wow, head blew. I sent it out to 8 other people. They all joined. I go to Texas next week. They joined. I move in 2 weeks. Well, somebody wasn't nice to me, and they said EXP is being sued. Dick Dillingham, the regional owner for Keller Williams, promised me the stock would be at 0 value in 2 years. Promised me. It has tripled since then. I'm writing a book on EXP. One of my chapters called Sincere People Who Are Sincerely Wrong. Dick Dillingham is a sincere man. He's bright, he's articulate, he's passionate, he's well-spoken, he's smart. He owns the Northern California, Hawaii region. He hasn't had to sell real estate in years. He's wealthy. He was convincing. I respected him. I believe he truly cared about me, but he was so blinded by what he had, he couldn't see the forest through the trees. In other words, his kingdom is Keller Williams. It's not EXP. He was blind. He wasn't going to let himself see it. Because if he let himself see it, he'd have to sell everything he had. Sincere people who are sincerely wrong. People will give you bad information. I was smart enough to go, Dick, if the stock goes to 0, I'm no worse off than being in Keller Williams. I've been here 8 years. I got 0. You're begging me to stay somewhere because it might go to 0. Think of the logic in that. And I may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I can do that math. 8 years of 0, don't go, their stock might go to 0. I go, I'll take my chances. I don't want another 8 years of 0, 16 years of 0. Ooh, we're getting somewhere now. Think about it. Have fun. I love Gene Frederick. He came up with this thing. He's the godfather of EXP. Gene Frederick. He was the man who made this company just spark. And he has a saying, EXP, make your real estate fun again. Have fun. Have people out to your home. Barbecue. Build community. Go wine tasting. Do your own real estate trainings. Where's the Coopers? Kevin Cooper. Is Joey here? Is Joey here in the house? Is Joey yet? Okay. Well, Joey and Kevin, they're teamed up down Elk Grove. They're doing fun things with their group. Every time I turn around, Lou Ann Chicago's having parties in Elk Grove with her group. And they're breaking bread together. They're spending time together. You want to build a real estate company, love your people. If you love your people, they're not going anywhere. When people feel isolated and alone because you haven't called them, they're going to go. They will go. Reach out. The Vacaville crew, man, those guys are killing it because they're a team. They're sitting together. My Grass Valley crew, they're doing it. And so build community. Go houseboating together. Go do trainings together. We'll have a movie night together. You can watch the Rob Blink training video there. So all kinds of stuff. Next one, carve out the time to do this for all busy. It'll never happen. Didn't the last month or 2 or 3 swing by? I'll get to it. Unless you carve out a time. I call Sunday nights 5 to 7. I call Wednesday mornings 10 to noon. No, I call Wednesday mornings 8 to 10. For me, it was Friday afternoons 2 to 5. It was peaceful. I didn't feel guilty about not doing real estate. I had all these listings. I had all these agents. I had other obligations. On Friday afternoons, I was just like, whatever. I'm just not motivated to do real estate. So what I do, I called agents and brokers for myself the first time in 20 years. And it had life-changing implications. And it will too. If you consistently do it, you have honest, Alan taught me this. Look at him. He's up, stand up, Alan. Look at him. Look at this man. Stand up. I love this man. He's wearing a plaid shirt, jeans, mustache. He just looks like Henry Ford or someone you can trust, you know? He looks like a statesman. And he goes, I just have honest, open dialogue, real human being conversations with people, man. And people respond. And so I don't know if you know that, I've been copying you ever since I heard you say that. And just have honest calls. Just have real life stuff. Get to know people. There's a guy I'm sponsoring this week. I spent 2 hours with him, all about real estate. I met with him again, another hour real estate. I brought him my team meeting real estate. He never asked me what EXP is. He didn't know there was rev share stock. It was all about, let me help you sell more homes. Let me help you get your business going. 25-year IT engineer from the Bay Area. Moved to Rockwood. So excited about it. I never said one word. It was the last thing I talked about. And then what do? We throw up on a rev share millionaire. Julep Ringo, amazing. Blah, blah, blah. That is the worst thing you can do. If you tell people what I make, they'll just go, BS. They're going to hit the BS button. You have lost all credibility. It's too much. It's true. We make that kind of money. But it's too much for them. They're like, no, that ain't money. That's the worst thing you can do is tell people how much money I make. Show them the webinar. Let them add it up in their head. And then James and I, when we saw the webinar, we thought, oh, baby, you can make some money at this, right? And then we went and made the money and did it. Carve out the time. Be intentional. Referral. Everyone calls me. Brett, you have a referral in Fresno. Do you get someone in Boise? Do you get someone in Chicago? You guys, the worst thing you can do, I never did it at RE/MAX, never did it at Wings, I won't do DXP. You owe a fiduciary duty to your client to give them the best referral possible. When I was a RE/MAX agent, if it was a RE/MAX agent, San Diego's RE/MAX, but if it was Keller Williams, then I was a RE/MAX agent referring to Keller Williams agent, my client, because I would Google, interview multiple agents, find the best agent. If I happened to be RE/MAX, great. But I didn't play this, well, we're keeping it in the RE/MAX family. That means you don't have a fiduciary to your client. Your fiduciary client is you give them the best agent you can find in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And when I was at Keller Williams, my neighbor moved to Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I referred my neighbor, not to Keller Williams agent in Colorado Springs, Colorado, but to an independent, because I did my homework, and they were sharp as heck, and they were the right people, and they sold my neighbor a house. He was grateful and earned a 25% referral fee from an independent. Now, why is that? Why am I covering this? You guys think about it. Your clients, well, we're moving to Atlanta. Do you know anyone in Atlanta? No. Once you Google Atlanta real estate, you'll see pages and pages, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 agents come up and start calling and interview people. Do you have a legitimate reason to call them? I have a client moving there. Would you like to help them, and would you be willing to pay me a 25% referral fee? What would they say typically? Sure. I go, great. They want me to interview multiple office agents and make the best possible referral. They will make the final decision. Would you mind if I interview you? Yeah, sure. So how long have you been in real estate? How many homes do you sell? What makes you different? How many were buyers? How many were sellers? What's your marketing strategies? What are the best neighborhoods? What's your market knowledge? What makes you different, special? And you're building rapport. You go, okay, wow, so impressed. I'm going to give you a high recommendation. Now keep in mind, Virgil, my clients are going to choose. Man, I'm going to give you major props. I hope they choose you. And I could do that 30 times. Now there's 30 people I know well in Atlanta. Did I cold call any of them? And am I able to give the best possible referral to my client? Right? I'm going to talk to them for an hour. You can ask all those questions in 5 minutes. You with me? And you're not wasting your time. Now you got 29 other people you can prospect besides Virgil for EXP. And then you call back the ones with good. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So don't do this. Well, I'm going to keep it the EXP family. Never did it at RE/MAX. Never did it at Keller Williams. Don't do it here. The first thing is your client. The treat for us is when I was at RE/MAX, they'd pick one and that was that. When I was at Keller, they'd pick one and that was that. For us, there's something in it for us besides the 25% referral fee. Does that make sense? Are we signing up someone right now from Arkansas? The guy's a freak of nature. He's an F5 hurricane, him and his wife Mary. You're going to hear about Sean and Mary from Arkansas. And they've been in the business for like 6 months or a year, and they've already sold 50 homes their first year. He's in Arkansas. And everyone around here goes a little bit slower. And I said, you're going to have to get out of Arkansas. And so he's willing to do it. And I was excited. But so your business will grow. Last one, get organized. You guys ready to get organized?
Yeah.
Getting organized for people means different things. Let me show you the most powerful form of organization for me. That was me. This is my original notepad when I was brand new. I had sponsored nobody. I write my first couple there. Then I wrote down people after these signed up people they were talking to. I wrote down Joe, Marguerite, Crispello. There they are. They were talking to these people right there. There's DJ, there's Mitzi, Serena, and then there was Mitzi. And then Mitzi signed up. We put a little check mark. And then I talked to Ron Mackey and these people. And he was talking to Sandra and Troy back in the day. Right there, she raised her hand, Sandra and Troy. And now they're talking to people. And I made a list. Steve Luwatsky, he's got a huge business. They with over 100 people. And it was just a name. And then Richard, Mickey signed up, check. And then Frank Crandall, there's Frank right there. Frank has a boatload of people today. And then Chris Okamura. By the way, Frank, his group cut a deal without going into details. He has a group coming to EXP that's going to give us 10,000 listings this year. EXP, 10,000 listings. Frank Crandall. That's awesome. Not going to say that name. Stanford is flown to their operations. They're the largest company that does what they do in America. I don't want to until it's here though. It's done. Glenn Stanford, the executives of EXP, and they're going to give out 10,000 listings to EXP agents. Thank you. You ought to thank you. So thank you. they're not going to Keller Williams, they ain't going to Remax and Coldwell Banker to come USP. Now, Chris O'Camara, there he is. And I don't know if Caleb or Leanne ever got in, but he has almost 300 agents today. Absolutely. And how many in the Hawaiian Islands do you have?
I think just under 150.
About 150 in the Hawaiian Islands. Give Chris a hand.
Yeah.
Chris also found something in the Hawaiian Islands and it wasn't a starfish. Chris has a girlfriend. No, all right, we're gonna keep going. What's her name?
What?
Never mind.
What did you say? I'm lost.
I was gonna embarrass.
Wait, this is being
both of us.
recorded.
I was gonna embarrass both of us. So, but look at all these names. What happened there? Didn't work out, obviously. Why not, right? Alex worked out, but not him. You know, boom, 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 and there was my 40. You see that the edges got so wavy that I had to paper clip them down. I looked at this at stoplights, stop signs, wherever. If I get up at 6 a.m. go have coffee at the Waffle Barn for an hour pouring over it, who can I call? Rick Chiha there? That guy has, how many does he have today, James? 550 agents. Cliff, how many has he got? 2,800. You know? Yep, he said, oh, I get this kid AJ. He's amazing. How many does AJ have today?
1,200.
AJ bought a motorhome, sold his house. He's been traveling for 8 months. They left. They were making $18,000 a month rev share. Last we heard, what's he making now? Over $50,000 a month. You know, people leave. I got to come back and work. We spend all our money traveling. He's afraid to come home. He keeps going. Watch him on Facebook. AJ and Abby Mida, M-I-D-A. Watch them on Facebook. They go all over the world in that motorhome. And it's not like it's like a motorhome with a couple of surfers, Spicoli, fast activist, one high guy smoking pot like an old beater motorhome. This is like a rock star motorhome that Adam Levine would have from Maroon 5 or something. It's pretty incredible. You can just see how it grew. And I did this in 8 months, but I was focused. I had the wealth chart. I had what works for Brent. Now here's James. Boom, James. Remember I said get organized? James, Brent. Brent, James. James, Brent, James. Now my brain, I actually seen this. It's like the Smithsonian. I'm like, I get excited. This brings back so many good memories. I keep it, hold it, look at it, and kiss it. James, how often do you pour over this thing?
Every day.
Every day. Do you guys know how to log in the back office? Do you?
Yeah.
I've never done it once. If you said you lose your EXP business if you can't log in after this whole thing right now, it just doesn't interest me. This interests me. This excites me. People excite me. No, I love numbers. He's got numbers. He's like numbers. Numbers. James, how much revenue share did we make in the last 72 hours?
We 6 hours, we need 60,000.
Don't pay attention. Now, all right. So let's talk about this. So this is January 31st, 2017. We joined October 21st, 2016. This is 100 days in. 10 days of October, November, December, January. 100 days in. How many people had I sponsored? Level 1. 25. How many in my group? Well, I don't have 140 in my group. Did you sponsor 25? Well, I didn't do that. Did you make a list of names? Did you use the wealth chart? Did you get passionate? Were you focused? Did you carve out the time? Did you do what Zig Ziglar says? I'm choking on my slobber right now. What was the water? Remember your job. That's his job. No, get a good throw. Did he really choke on his slobber? Yes. I get excited. I'm like Hooch from Tom Hanks. Remember that movie, Hooch? And I get excited and stuff flies. It's like the splash zone at SeaWorld, you know? They're first timers. They've been before. Things like that. Fourth row back, you're safe. Now, so go sign up 25 and watch it happen. Only 4 or 5 went crazy out of the 25. None of it's going to go crazy. Why does everyone get A's? Well, there's B's. I was a C student. Okay? I went to college and stayed Chico stayed about 6, 7, 8 years of your life. I stayed 10, and I didn't graduate. Okay? It's okay. I turned out okay. So By the way, this is 2017, 1 year later, January, this is a typo, it's supposed to say 18. 1 year later, how many do we have? 100 became 1,100. His 300 is going to be 3,000, right? Joe and Marguerite are going to have a lot of people in the next 1 year. They're going to make over $1 million in rev share. Now, the year you start with the year is what you'll make, right? We started the year with over 4,000 agents. This year we'll make about 4 million. The luck maybe 5 million. So if you get to 4,000 agents or say 1,000 agents by December, doesn't mean you made $1 million this year, but it means you're going to make $1 million next year. If you have at least 15 to 20 personals. You can't have 1,000 with only 5 because you got to unlock more levels than that. You need to have at least 15 to 20 personals to really make it pay in a big way. Now watch this. 3 months later, from January to March, 2 months later, I went from 148 to 256. Is that pretty good? But 1 year after that, 1,600, 256 to 1,600. By August, I'd been in the business for 10 months. I had 42 personals. There it is. Ding, 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 ding. Unlock all 7 levels. How many in my group? 531. Ding, 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 ding. There it is. And then August 31st, 2018, 1 year later, from 500 to what? 3,000. 6 times we grew the business. Did Lions grow 6 times? Lions had 12, 13, 1,400 agents 2 years ago, and today they have 12, 13, 1,400 agents. They didn't grow at all. It is, and I'm not picking on them, but this is some numbers. So who likes numbers? You like it? Pretty cool? So get organized. If this is you, go for it. This worked for me. This worked for James. I do like the numbers. I won't kid you. Okay, scripts. What did I say to people that worked so good to help me sign up 42 in the first 8 months? Well, you got them all. Really? Because I just got 6 more. Right? How many did we sign up in December alone? And when did we get back from Maui? The 4th. And then we kind of shut down for Christmas and New Year's. We signed up 15 personals. Why? Because I decided to do it. Well, you know everybody. I didn't know all those people. They didn't know me. I don't tell them my production. You tell, well, if I had all that production, no, what I have is confidence. What I have is enthusiasm. You can have it too. Zig Ziglar says the key to sales is this. Write it down. Word enthusiasm. And it's the last 4 letters. You can never say it again. I have sold myself. Mediocre salespeople go, yeah, you may want to buy this spa. You may want to buy this vacuum. You may want to buy this car. Yeah, there's this timeshare. This building is, but it's like, oh my gosh. I've been doing this business for a long time. This building at this price is a bargain. And let me tell you why. And if you don't buy it, I got 3 other people I'm going to call right now to buy it. I'll call you first. You want it? Let's put it in an offer. I don't know. And you got to have some enthusiasm. You got to believe in your product. You got to believe in what you're doing. I believe in this. I believe we're changing lives. And I'm excited about it. But you've got to reach out and ask for help. Marguerite did a great talk today at El Ferraya. How many people do you have there? 15. And John Tividon helped spearhead that. Marguerite and Joe. And Marguerite said, I just didn't ask God for a lot of help in the beginning. That was my biggest regret. Didn't ask for help. And someone said, why? She says, well, as an independent agent, a broker. And independent brokers are independent. But thank God I was being coddled with Keller Williams. I like that, coddled with Keller Williams. Because I reached out. I called. How many, did we talk to Rob almost? We were calling and asking. And after 2, 3, 4 months, we had 25 personals and 100, and then we didn't need them as much because we learned quickly. You can learn slowly and painfully, or learn quickly and succeed. The choice is yours. And when does it change for you? When you get pissed enough. When you go, you know what? I've absolutely had enough, and then you'll succeed. So what I always say to people is, hey, I would love to. Obviously, I'm going to pick somebody. We'll go to David Cersei. David, here I'm going to role play with him, right? Let's just role play, David, right? David, Brent Cove, how are you?
Okay, Rick, how are you?
I'm doing awesome, man. How long has it been since we spoke? What would it have been? What would you have said to me if I said that to you?
Back then?
Yeah.
Oh, everything's great. Awesome.
Hello, how long has it been since we spoke? Back then, if I'm pretending I called you back when I started 2 years and 4 months ago.
Oh. You're asking how I'm doing?
No, how long has it been since we spoke or role played? If I would have called you 2 years and 4 months ago, I said, David, it's been forever. How has it been since we talked?
3 years.
You hear that? 3 years. And I said, awesome, how's it going?
It's doing great.
Great, you're still killing it, searching company and all that?
Yeah, just, the same old thing.
Well, Brent called everybody. Did I call you? I actually did call you, did I? Marguerite called you and Joe, right? I didn't call everyone. There's so many people that are in EXP, I didn't call everyone. And it just did. You call every single person on your list. But I'll be like, hey, I'm done. And I go, chat with him for like 30 seconds. And I just say, well, let me tell you why I'm calling. I just do a hard pivot. I go, look, I'll even say it. Let me make a hard pivot here. Let me tell you why I'm calling. Any bottom line drivers out there? It's like, great. And you'll go, great, what's up? I go, you got a quick second? Yeah, I go, I'm dying to ask you a question. I said this to everyone. Remember, I copied the well chart, made a list of names, I did what they said to do. I said, I'm dying to ask you a question. You had to have heard about EXP Realty by now. That's what you say. You don't say, have you heard about EXP Realty? Because everyone has now, right? Most people have. No, you had to have heard about EXP Realty by now, right?
Actually, no.
They'll say that half the time. And you would have said that to me, right? I says, oh my gosh, David. And that's what I said to my sponsor. I don't know. And fastest growing real estate model in North America. All the stars from Coldwell Banker, Remax, and Keller Williams are going there. You absolutely have to lay eyes on this. I want your opinion. I would love your opinion. Say, Brent, I'm too busy. I love being independent. Say it.
Way too busy. Not interested.
Okay, awesome. I'm not asking you to be interested in change. Stay independent for the next 10, 20 years. Would you give me your opinion on the model as my friend, Dave? Would you take a quick peek at it? It's short, it's brilliant. Would you give me your opinion? There you go. Tell me no.
No.
All right, man, thanks. Have a great life. Boom. I don't sit there and beg them. I had people tell me no. I could name names of people you'd heard that said, no, won't do it, too busy. Most people said, sure. Marguerite and Joe said, no thanks, we're busy. She was in Disneyland. And I said, look, I just want you to get your opinion for a couple of seconds. Let's just go to lunch, I'll buy you lunch. And she said, okay. Huge mistake, but she did. But so I just asked people for their opinion when they say, well, I had one guy in Tucson, and I had sponsored 40 people, 37 in Sacramento. One was Tucson. And he goes, dude, we own a Remax franchise. Let me look at another company. I said, listen, knucklehead, I'm thinking of leaving Keller Williams. You're my friend. You're going to look. You're going to tell me why I shouldn't do it. I'm asking you to save me from making a mistake. Oh, you want me to blow it apart, say what's a dumb idea? Yeah. Okay, no problem. He watched it. Within 4 weeks, he got rid of a 10-year Remax franchise. I ask people to save me all the time. It's a form of humility. Hey, I don't want to make a mistake. Now, if you're already in, you can't do that. But if you're a guest here, I asked 8 people to look at the EXP webinar and give me their opinion as a Keller Williams agent. It was not even an EXP. I did an accidental beta test. When you get people are excited, here's their homework assignment. I want you to go take 2 or 3 of your best friends in real estate. I want you to go watch this with them tonight and tomorrow morning and watch what happens. They're going to want to sign up. You just try to sign them up. Man, you're doing them a disservice. Go tell them to show this to the kind of best friend they can just show up at their house and go, Tess, I know you're in there. Open the door. Do you have friends like that? James, James is next door neighbor. He was touring his house 4 months ago. He goes, dude, you should buy the one next door. It's brand new. It's gorgeous. I did. We're neighbors now. James, do I even knock on the door? You would not want to be my neighbor. I'm like, you guys put some clothes on. I don't knock on the door. We're that good of friends. I don't knock. Maybe you have some friends like, open the door now. That kind of friend. The friend at 3 a.m., come get me. I ran out of gas. I'm on Grant Line. I'm out here in Lincoln. I'm lost. Come get me. That kind of friend. And watch it with them. Don't send it to them. I drove to Walnut Creek from Sacramento on a Friday night at 8 o'clock at night, sat there and watched the webinar with Rick Jiha and Casey Council. And today they have how many people, James? I'm glad I went and watched it with them. Well, that's far away. It's a Friday night. What the traffic's like. I had a dream. I had a vision. I saw this thing. Yes, 420,000 out there. And they're going, wow, we're creating ground. Frank Valente told me no 10 months later. Man, I'm seeing EXP signs everywhere. Maybe I missed something. Let me look. They'll say, yeah, I watched the webinar. I'm not interested. Here's what happened. They watched 2 or 3 minutes. They got a phone call. They walked away. They come back. The webinar's over. Yeah, I watched the webinar. I'm not interested. They never saw the webinar. Did you see the part where Bill Gates recommended EXP? Yeah, I saw that. It's not in there. You're lying your face off, okay? Well, you talk to people like that? Yeah, I call my friends. And my friends give me BS, I call them on it. Well, I don't have any friends. Go make some friends. Go meet some people. Oh my gosh. Now, but I always say it's short, it's brilliant. I want your opinion. I'm excited. Like, oh, I kind of like it. I know what you're saying. Ew. Go work for a funeral home. You know? So, step 1, watch the webinar. Step 2, have them talk to your sponsor, or me. Step 3, your upline. Me, Sheila. You guys can go to Sheila. I don't even know Sheila. Maybe you should get to know Sheila, my sponsor. She would help you. I don't know her. Get to know her. Get her phone number. I don't want to bother her. I can call Rob Flick. Yeah, he might let me know. He probably will. He doesn't like to talk to anyone passes through levels. That's the way it is. But Gene Credit will help anybody, you know? And so, and then, and what's step 4? Step 4 is a lunch and learn. Lunch and learn is not the first step. If you're trying to drag people to lunch and learn, you're making the biggest dumb mistake of your life. A lunch and learn is a follow-up situation. They need to watch the webinar in the privacy of their own home or office with you, President, or on Zoom. And you hit share my screen. I don't know how to use Zoom. Okay, you want to be a race car driver, you don't have to shift the car or even drive a car. You want to do this? Learn how to use Zoom. Oh, that's complicated. It would take you about 5 minutes with a 14-year-old to teach you how to use Zoom. Okay? I am the most in-tech person in the world. I know how to use Zoom. If I know how to use Zoom, you have no excuse. Woo! After the lunch and learn, maybe have a chat with a friend. What do you mean? Well, maybe get him on the phone with John Dupree. I don't know John Dupree. You should. He's an independent. He brought 120 agents to this firm, this company. Maybe tropical real estate out of Florida. They're not my upline. They'll talk. I talk to agents all the time that sponsor EXP or people I don't even know, but somehow they got my damn number. Hi, I'm Nancy McGilligan from Chicago. You don't know me, but I watch your videos from EXP running. You're amazing. You're so awesome. Talk to my wife, lady. And they're like going, hey, I got this broker in New Jersey. He's kind of rough and gruff. He's tough, mediocre. But he lives in New Jersey now, but he's kind of excited, but he's skeptical. Would you be willing to talk to him? Sure, Nancy. And I talk to people all the time who people aren't even in my business. And you won't call me. I'll help you. Don't call me, text me. Just to cover that. I'm responsive to text. So, but help, ask for help, be creative, meet other people. I mean, Chris Okamura might help you. He probably would, but, you know, Marguerite would help you. We help each other. A rising tide rises all ships. So reach out. Enthusiasm. Write this down. One team, one dream. The golden rule. Do the right thing. So here's what you do. If you meet people, ask questions. Lunch and learns are not places to go hunting for prospects for EXP. We can all agree on that. If you see somebody here and you didn't invite them here, you don't try to sponsor them to EXP. Somebody else got them here. But I talked to them a year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago. Did you get them here? No. Somebody else is doing it. This is not where you go, oh, I'm going to go sponsor Brian here, you know, and Brian's a guest. And no, do the right thing to go rule. This happens, it's the exception, not the rule. Will people do the wrong thing? Will people sponsor your guests at lunch learn? Yep. Hasn't happened to me, but it's possible for sure. Well, I've had probably 10 or 15 people I was talking to get sponsored by other people. It happens. For the most part, it's the exception, not the rule. But does that mean you put your character and morals out the window because other people are doing bad things, right? Have you always known that real estate agents always operate the highest possible levels of efficacy and integrity? No, and anytime you get thousands and thousands and thousands of human beings in anything, a church, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, Augusta National, kite surfing, scuba diving. You have thousands, and there'll be some scuba divers that maybe don't have good ethics. We get people in EXP that maybe don't do it. It doesn't mean you're going to do it wrong. So ask questions. What do you mean? When you meet somebody, ask them, hey, has anyone talked to you about EXP? James, do you remember me talking to Sean and Mary? I guess anyone talked to you about EXP? No, nobody yet. So nobody's talked to you about EXP? No. Okay, let's talk. And now other times you go, yeah, totally. I talked to Virgil. Really, when's the last time you talked to Virgil? 6 months ago. And I don't know Virgil, it's open, you know, you can talk to him. Virgil doesn't talk. Virgil, if you haven't talked to him in half a year, are they yours? Do you feel like, right? So let me be clear with you, it's not the first person to talk to somebody. It's like, if they said, yeah, I had lunch with Virgil last week, and I don't know Virgil, I say, man, he's the most, too bad you had lunch with Virgil, otherwise I'd sponsor you. Well, what's that? What do you mean by that? You know, well, Virgil's in Reno, and I'm here, I can help you. But I mean, Virgil talked to you last week, I can't sponsor you. That's chicken manure, right? You just say, oh man, he's so great, what questions you have? Sponsor them. I mean, you sponsor them for Virgil. I don't know Virgil. Sponsor them for a stranger. I have sponsored people. I've had 15 people now ask me to sponsor them that I didn't talk to. I turned down every one of them. I turned them down. I said, I don't even know you. Well, I know, but I've been watching your videos, and I've seen you, and you're here, and my sponsor's in Chicago, my sponsor's in Florida. And I go, do you not like them? No, they're great. They've been talking to me for half a year, answering my questions. They've been so amazing. But it's in my best interest to have you, Brent, go sponsor me, because I'm in Sacramento, you're in Sacramento, and I think you'll do a better job than them. I go, that's great, I'm flattered, I appreciate that, but I respectfully refuse, because I also get to say yes. As a sponsor, you would just say yes or no. I say no, because you wouldn't even know about these people for this person. My sponsor is a single mom out of Dallas. She never made one trip to Sacramento until we had, how many agents did we have in our group until she finally flew out and visited the team? 1,500, she showed up. And she would have come sooner if we would have asked her. I didn't mean anything wrong, but you don't need, so does everyone get the idea here? Ask questions. So what is the time frame? EXP doesn't have a time frame. EXP's rules are whoever's on that form is their sponsor. The same thing Keller Williams had too. It's not that EXP's bad or Keller Williams bad. It's as we become large and grow, it will become an issue. So the company's line is whoever's on that application pretty much is their sponsor. Now, but we care. So if someone's talked to someone a year ago, it's open season. 6 months ago, I hate the word open season, but you did 3 months ago. When someone says, yeah, I talked to Chris a month ago, oh, man, you know, then throw them back, whether you know Chris or not. You know, go back to them. Talk to Fidel, they're from Vacaville, 45 days ago. Throw them back. My rules are there's no set rules. It's a gray area, but my rules are if somebody hasn't talked to somebody for a couple months, it's kind of open in my mind. If it's been under 2 months, it's not. Now, is that an EXP rule? No. But come on, if you haven't talked to a listing in 3 months, right? Not that people are listening. So yes, with me though, you kind of get the feel here. Ask questions, do the right thing. Enough of that. Okay, I had one lady from Coldwell Banker, U.S. City, say, I can't stand my sponsor. I can't, and I'm not doing it unless you're my sponsor. So she said, I can't stand my sponsor. And personally, I met their sponsor, their unique sponsor, right? You know what I said to her? Have a great life at Coldwell Banker. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking somebody else who brought you to a lunch and learn, and she was a nasty kind of person. And anyways, I'm like, have a great life. God bless you. Enjoy Coldwell Banker. Destroy their culture while you're at it. Now, sponsor 5. The hardest thing you'll do is sponsor your first 5 agents. The hardest thing you'll do is sponsor your first 5. The hardest thing in this is getting started. It's called physics, right? The most energy it takes to get the train out of the station. It's just trying to go. But baby, when that train's going 60, 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, it takes very little energy. You guys are all the hardest part you'll ever have to do. Hands down. James, we still hit it hard because we're having a blast and we love it, but it's just like, we're like, wait for us! We're along the train, it's all in black, right? And so, you guys, we're about to open Mexico, Central, and South America. We're going to open in Australia. The Philippines are going to open. We're going to open 30 or 40 countries in the next 10 or 15 years. You have a chance to be a part of history. And I get it, maybe that you're struggling with whatever, but you'll get better at it if you work at it, to get people involved. Okay, next. And so you want to sponsor your first 5. Literally, what you do in the next 30 days can define the rest of your life. You could go list 30 homes in the next 30 days. That will not define the rest of your life. But the people you talk to and sign up in EXP in the next 30 days could have defining moments for the rest of your life. I went to San Antonio EXP's convention as a Keller Williams agent. I drove to Austin. And then I drove up to Dallas, right? So a 4 or 5 hour drive. And I went to an NAE conference because there was 1,800 agents. And I'm like, target rich environment. I'm not an EXP, but I've decided what we decided that event. We're going to do it, right? I tackled a guy. Who did I tackle at that event? I tackled this man, Cliff Freeman. How many agents does he have now? Tackled him. It had life-changing implications. Calling Marguerite and Joe, life-changing. Calling Chris Okamura, calling Frank Crandall. It had life-changing. They're huge. What you do in the next 5 days, no, next 30 days, could change the rest of your life. And there's no building you can sell as a commercial agent. There's no listing, there's no buyer, there's no builder. It won't change your life. They come and go. Get the REO contract with B of A. Awesome! Until it's gone. And even when you had it, it really wasn't that great. REO contracts was brutal. Okay, you get the idea. They get on to 15, 20, 25, and 40. Hardest thing you can do is to make your first five. Sponsoring is only 50%. You want to follow up. You want to meet your people for coffee. Take them to lunch. We're going to the Art House next. Bring them over there. Buy them dinner. Buy them a cup of soup, a salad, whatever. Break bread with them. John TV God and Joe Marguerite had their whole team in El Fresno before this. They got a private room, and everyone does. Food was amazing, and it was a great time, was it not? And they had people flying from Hawaii and agents from all over, and it was exciting. But they're going above and beyond. So help them sell more real estate. Help them learn how to use Katie Core. Invite them on April 15th to come. That'll be good. Don't mass email. Please don't cold call. Do meet people. Do collect their information. Have fun. Help them. Prospect them later. I can't tell you how many people, even now, that aren't EXP, and I'm like, Brian, if you've never come to EXP, I'm your friend, man. I'm going to help you at Coldwell Banker, Intero, Berkshire, Better Homes. I mean, I have friends who own independent companies, 170. I can go with them wherever they come. This is not for everyone. It's for everyone who wants it to be for them. But I'm going to help them. I'm not going to help them because they're EXP. I'm going to help them because it's who I am. You're either a life giver or a well poisoner. Life enhancer, well poisoner. Right? Givers and takers. You with me? And so you want to do those things. Now, attend and support the weekly lunch and learn. You can press play if you don't have one. Press play. James, what did we do at our first lunch and learn? Boom. And it just rolled. And people grew. 100 days later, we had 25 personals and 148 to grew. Press play. Well, I can't speak like Brett. Press play. Okay? And when there is a lunch and learn, show up with 4, 5, 6, 7 people, not one. And if you do have to show up by yourself, great. But let somebody else show up with a bunch of guests. Let it inspire you. I don't have anyone. Go. Go anyways. Room dynamics. Smile. Pay attention. Don't be on your phone. Vocabulary. Do not introduce people as your upline or your downline. That is a multi-level marketing world. We are not a multi-level marketing company. I have nothing against multi-level marketing companies. We're a real estate company. Our company charges you an 80-20 split. They get 20% of your commission, like any real estate company. Some get 30%. I talked to a guy yesterday for Kevin Cooper. He's a Keller Williams agent here in Roseville, but we were down in Elk Grove. And he's on a 70-30 with 6% to Gary Keller. He's on a 64-36. And I said, buddy, when you come to EXP, you're going to jump up to an 80-20. And he goes, I only sell like 8 homes a year. I go, you're going to get 16% more of your commission on those 8 sales just with the horizontal move. Are you a numbers guy? He goes, yeah. I go, that's a lot of money. He goes, yeah. And so he's going to come. We talked to him, and he's going to come. And so, but don't interview. This is my upline. See, this is my partner. See the word? This is my business partner. These are people that are part of my organization. Lose the buzzwords, okay? We're a company that collects revenue from its agents and simply shares it back to the agents who refer them. We're a revenue sharing company. We don't keep it all. This is not keep it all real estate. Utilize your upline, your 7 levels, do Zooms, 3-ways, text thread. How you set it up is vital. How do I set up? The last thing you do is say, hey, Brent, call Chris. Hey, Brent, call, whoever, James, call Joe, call whoever. That's not how you do it. You say, hey, Chris, when can you do a call with Brent? And I did one today. Is Vincent here? Vincent's right there. Stand up, Vincent. How hard did you work for that call for me to talk to, we won't say his name, I'll call him Bob, just to protect you. It's not here, but man, it looks good. How hard did you work to set that appointment with me and Bob? And you kept checking in and checking with him, and 20 minutes into the call, you're like, hey, did you guys connect? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard from him. And he's, oh, my phone was on airplane mode, call me. They ended up talking to this guy. He's somewhere in the state of California, and the guy was a trucker. His first year, he sold 30 homes. Next year, 40. Next year, 50. Then he went to work for a large company. He recruited 100 agents a year for 5 years. He's so excited about EXP. He almost hauled in here, but I was talking to him at 11. I'm trying to get in here by 3. He left right then, but he had appointments. He couldn't make it. He's very excited. He's going to watch franklinresources.com, devour that. I give him the webinar, themodelexplained.com, right, Screw? Themodelexplained.com. Go show this to 2 or 3 of your best friends. Do not give it to them. Go watch it with them. And guess what? That's what he's doing tonight and this weekend. And then we're going to meet again on Monday. And very good. But he just didn't say, here, Brent, call Bob. And Bob is not his real name. But basically he did a text thread introduction after he got the guy's permission. Here's my seasons all the time. It freaks me out. They go, hey, Joe, talk to Brent. Joe didn't want to talk to me. You ask the permission. Hey, would you like to know more? I'd love to introduce you to my business partner, whoever it is. And yeah, I'd be willing to do that. And they know more than me. I'm excited. Don't you answer the questions. You're answering the questions the wrong way. I let Sheila talk to my guests. I let Rob Flick and Gene Frederick talk to my guests. I get corporate people on the phone. I didn't do it. I'm just doing excited. I go to Sheila, they get to Gene. And, well, they've already talked to Marguerite. They get them on the phone. They've already talked to you. Get them with Sheila. I don't know Sheila. Get to know Sheila! You want this thing or not? How bad do you want it? She got, there it goes. There it goes. Literally, it flew. I mean, I could be arrested by the fluids, you know. But here's the deal. Do you have fire in your veins or not?
There we go.
Come on, man. I mean, this is a big deal. Like, you have a chance to be Google-esque, Apple-esque, Airbnb-esque. We are Air EXP. Okay? You have a chance to be like Mercedes or Nike. No, I'm serious. You just don't buy it yourself. I'm all in. I love the term I saw on Facebook this last week. Ballers. It stands for be all in. And then when you're all in, you're a baller, baby. I know I'm a baller. I know I am. Chubby baller, but I'm a baller. But here's the deal. Do you believe you're a baller? Are you all in? Have you got 1 foot in? I did the Acapulco high dive in the deep end. We moved out of our office at 10 o'clock at night and moved out of 3 offices into a new office with 18 agents, and we hit it so hard. What the other day we were talking about it? Like there was something we didn't even bother with. Do you remember? It was the furniture. They had fake furniture in my office, and I go, Regis, I go, how much? They go, well, no, it's just to kind of dress up the office. It's not real furniture. It's like fake paintings and little doily things and kind of make the office look nice so you want to rent it. I go, come on, how much I want? I don't know, 180 bucks. Good, I'll take it. I just left all their fake weird stuff there, acrylic stuff. We threw our laptops off. We wrote. I didn't even go shopping for one. We just opened. And we didn't look up for 2 years. Now, Rob, where's Rob? Is Rob in the room? Rob in the back. Rob, it's pretty pathetic, Mom. I mean, it's nice. But like, Rob is, you finally at least just got canvas pictures of downtown Sacramento. Come to my office, look flavors, because Rob has class. We just want to sponsor people. We just want to have 100,000 people on our 7 levels. That's what we're working for 10 years. Because we just want to know we love changing lives. We would like to help you change yours. But you got to stand up and say, I'm all in. I'm a baller. I'm all in. I don't know if I can do that. Go to Tony Robbins in Dallas. I will be in the VIP section for Tony Robbins in Dallas in July. I'm bringing my wife. I went once. I went without her. Huge mistake. I want to go on a date with Destiny and Business Mastery, but she won't understand it because she didn't go to the first one. And I've been her seeing Tony Robbins for years. I'm like, God, he looks like Lurch. He's got big teeth. I'm kind of scared. He wants me to walk on fire. I go, I don't know. I'm out. I'm more Zig Ziglar, you know, sweet, nice, love to death. It was phenomenal. Was it all great? Did I agree with everything you said? No. Did you agree with everything you heard in college? But there's plenty of good stuff. It was so powerful. You could have breakthroughs. You could have experiences that you've never had before in your life. But you're going to skip Tony Robinson's life because you can't afford a $700 ticket and you can't find your way to Dallas. And well, the room's expensive at the Marriott. I'll stay at Motel 6 on Skid Row. I've done that stuff. I've slept in beds where those people were screaming so loud I was afraid they're going to kick the door down and drag me out of there. In Vacaville. Sorry, guys. I was too tired to get back to Chico. That Motel 6 in Vacaville are scary. I think it's Airfield. That one. You know that Motel 6 I'm talking about. I'm quite sure there's some unscrupulous individuals operating out of that place. But I mean, I'm laying in bed. Oh dear God, don't drag me away. You laugh. I'm not even kidding. I've slept at rest stops on I-5. You know what you do? You just do whatever it takes. Some of you are so comfortable it's getting in the way of your success. You're good. Good's the enemy of great. Man, you gotta reach down and want that and just go to work. It was nothing. What I do? He's like, and James was like, if I could just get him to actually do more. Calling 3 people every Friday, really? Lighting the world on fire, are you? Liar. How you doing, mate? Lighting the world on fire. I'll never do another accent again. No, but I can't do accents. I hate that. But 3 to 5 people's not. But it is if you know, how do you know elephant? One bite at a time. Somebody sleep the elephant, you go, no, I can't do it. You're already lost because you lost inside. There's a speaker I heard 33 years ago. It was life-changing. A guy named Craig Holiday. He wrote a tape called The Victory Is Within. And the older I get, the more I understand it. It's just inside. Look at your teenage son or daughter. You're like, I can't do it, Dad. Yes, you can. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Beautiful people don't have to be beautiful. Beauty's from the inside out. I remember seeing a girl at Chico State. She was beautiful. And then she's like, man, she started talking. And I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. She might have been pretty on the outside, but she was ugly on the inside. It was like acid. It was like, I was like, what the heck? Wow. Wow, I was shocked. I'll never forget. I remember the gas station I was in Chico. I'm 19 years old, my Jeep. Wow, cute girl. And then it was unbelievable. It's from the inside. That's why you look at a cowboy missing his teeth and he's all mangled. But he's a friend. He's smiling. He's like, beauty's from the inside. It radiates from the inside. Some of you just don't think you're beautiful. I'm here to tell you you're beautiful. You're wonderful. I love every one of you. But do you love you? It's great that I love you, but do you love you? Do you love yourself? Yeah, I love myself. I don't look in the mirror and go, mirror, mirror on the wall. Listen, that's not the kind of love I'm talking about. It's not self-admiration, but it's the kind of love where you have enough love for you to love other people. You're good with that. I don't need you to pay me compliments. I like it. Right? One of my love language is touch and words of affirmation. It's true. But you're good, right? And you got enough. When you're in a deficit, you need somebody to feed you. When you got it overflowing, you can feed others. You can give to others. You can be a life changer. And so the way you set up those Zooms and all that is very important. Be a room lifter, life enhancer. You know, we've all met them. People who are well poisoners, you get away from them. Don't try to sponsor them at EXP. Be careful what you read, what you watch. Stop watching season 7 of, episode 48 of The Walking Dead. I just failed to see how it's going to help you get on your life. Well, EXP isn't working for me. Stop watching The Walking Dead! I love UFC fights too. I earned the right to watch them. I like them, okay? But if you're struggling, maybe you should watch some John Maxwell. He has a new book. It's called Leader Shift. You guys are so creative. Leader Shift. It's a new book. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Best book the man's ever written. Right, Rob? 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. The best John Maxwell book. They're all good, but that one's phenomenal. James, what did I say to Rob before we got here at my office about 3 hours ago about the 21? What did I say?
We're gonna order
Our entire team. We're going to order like 25 copies. And we're going to invest in our team. Lucy's in the back there. By the way, Sean and Lucy, we were looking at the Maui pictures, and we love that thing. Anyways, all right, now. All right, so sell more real estate. We want you to sell more real estate. Boundaries. Who knows what that word means? Why do I have the word there? I can't remember. All right, now, 100K a month. I honestly can't. I'm like, do you remember what? Oh, yeah, boundaries. I hate that word. Next one. Okay, 100K a month, rev share. Because they want me to knock before I go in their house. I don't think that's right. And sometimes it's locked. And I hit the ball and all straight to it. Anyways, we've been friends for 20 years. We raised our kids together in diapers. Yeah, that's awesome. So boundaries. Next one.
That one was for you, I think.
It was for me. It was for me. But it's for you too. How are you on your phone all the time? I took my wife out Wednesday night, phones in the car. With my kids all weekend, phones in the car. Be present. Get off your phone. Do not. Some of you are out there on your phone this whole time. I've been watching you. You don't have you're just, camera lights. Oh my gosh. Turn your phone on airplane mode. My phone's on airplane mode, right, Rob? And it's charging, and I'm like, I don't care. Wait, they'll get to it when we get to it. Well, I'm not in that position. I used to do that forever. When are you going to be with your kids? Don't go to Little League and your son gets a double and you're looking at your phone. Well, I don't know what it is. Let's stand on second. You know what I'm talking about. Have boundaries. I was at 100,000 a month is when I stopped selling real estate. And it was a year ago, March, 118,000. Last month it was 210. This month it's going to be 270. But it's not for you. But you got to sell real estate. You have to succeed. If everyone's like, well, if I want to recruit, who's going to sell real estate? The problem is agents sell so much real estate. We try to inspire them to recruit. The problem is in reverse. Sponsors, couples, business partners. I'll just say this. When I got in, Sheila Fairjohn sponsored me. I sponsored my wife, but then I put 40. My wife was one of my 40. And then when I sponsored Cliff Freeman, then he sponsored his wife was one of her 40. When Rob Flick sponsored Sheila, her husband was having troubles, but he sponsored Sheila, and then she did 40. You sponsor the main person. At Keller Williams, we were taught to sponsor your spouse. It's a big problem for our company. And so it's called buffers, and here they are. When Bob sponsors his wife, Mary, and Mary's the baller, she's all in, and she knows everybody, she does all the sign up. Okay, great. Bob gets $2,800 a year. What do you get if you sponsor someone to rev share? $2,800. Now, if he has to sponsor 5 to get to generation 2, he didn't do that. 10 for 3, 4. All the sponsoring happens here. One of the both B40. There's only 2 couples that have ever done that in our company in 9 years. Okay, so you don't want to do that. Then they sponsor Kim and Tammy. They're business partners. I have a Kim and Tammy in Indiana. Kim's the quiet one, does all the books and organizes the company. Tammy's the crazy one, right? That's going to be me. But Kim copies Bob and Mary. Kim sponsors Tammy. They sponsor Ted and Cindy. Ted puts out Cindy's open house signs. He supports Cindy, but he's an engineer full time. But he has a license. He sponsors Cindy. He gets $2,800 a year. She gets $2,800 a year. $2,800 a year. But now instead of getting paid on 7 levels, there's only volume coming from 4 levels, and there's 3 non-producing. So what you really want to do is remove Bob, Kim, and Ted from the equation. Put them over here, Bob, Kim, and Ted. And then Mary, Bob is one of Mary's 40. Kim is one of Tammy's 40. Ted is one of Cindy's 40. Okay, instead of Ted sponsoring Tim, here's why. This compressed your deal. You're actually only getting paid on 4 levels. Though you have 7, but there's no production or sponsorable, then it just doesn't work like that. And so you want to get paid. Here, all 7 levels are producing revenue share. So please don't sponsor your spouse unless one of you does all the sponsor. Well, we're both going to do 40. There's 18,000 people, only 2 people, only 1 couple's ever done. And you want to actually get to 80 or 100, that way you never have to worry about your 40. You don't want to be doing really well, but slip back down to 30. James, if we miss a single month at level 7 right now, if I were to go to 39, it'd be about, at this point, about 100,000 a month, right? 1 month would cost us $100,000. So instead of you both going to 40, go to 80. Have Mary do 80 right there. Have Tammy do 80, have Cindy do 80. That's how you want to do it. Don't put these buffers in between, because what happens is remember, I'll show you this. Cindy and William, they're level 6 and level 7, correct? And if William goes and signs up 40 people, do you get paid? They're on your level 8, right? Well, when we remove the buffers, guess what? William's on your level 4, Cindy's on your level 3. Here, Cindy was on your level 6 and 7 because you had buffers. Now they go all the way up to levels 3 and 4. Those 40 people that William sponsored, one of them was Andy. And he goes crazy. She goes crazy. Now you have all these business. Andy, Don, and Steve would have never been there. How many agents do we have on my level 7 alone now, James? Just over 800. End of the year, how many people have on level 7 with compounded growth? Okay. Now, if there was one person between me and you were my sponsor, and I'm on your level 6, and those are my level 7 agents are there for you, and they get pushed down to level 8, it's 2,000 agents you're not going to get paid on. 2,000 agents, you're not going to get 4,000 agents because you got pushed down. That's with one buffer. Here, it got pushed down, way down deep. Does that make sense? And if you don't get this, talk to somebody who does. Raise your hand if you get what I'm saying. Raise your hand. That's confusing, but over half the room got it. I'm not going to address it any further now because it is complicated, but it can cost you a fortune. If there was one person between me and my 7th level, I'd have 2,000 people, and let's say 1,000 of them cap of the 2,000. How much is that? Anybody know? What's 100 times 400? 400,000. So 1,000 times 400 is 4 million a year. Just by pushing that 7th level down. I'm going to move on. You get the idea. Save your energy for where you want to go. When bad things happen, don't dwell on it. You only have so much energy in your body. You only have so much physical energy. Massive action creates massive results. The next 30 days can change your life. Go put massive action. Just go get it over with. You do it every day. No, do it one day a week and do it well. If you may show a webinar on Monday at noon, it's energizing. It's 7 a.m. They need some for coffee. Open your laptop and show them. You can meet them in a mortgage company. You can meet them in a title company, their office, your office. You can meet them in a pizza. I don't recommend restaurants because people move around, but you can do it. Give people homework assignments. Have them show the webinar to people in person. Monday mornings at our ESP University Auditorium. We interview stars from across North America. Come in there at 11:30. They've changed the way the auditorium shows up. I think you have to click on, James, what do you just click on now? You have to click on auditorium. Yeah, but you just click on a button and then there's a drop-down thing. I couldn't even find it. So you click on ESP University, then there's choices or something. There's a drop-down bar. So get there early and get you lost. I couldn't find the only room I was teaching at. They just made a switch. Promote events, June 4th, 5th, and 6th. We have the shareholders. August 20th through 22nd, we have the Las Vegas Leadership Summit. If you can't make it up to Orlando, this is a must in Las Vegas. There'll be 1,100 leaders, the who's who. Glenn Sanford, the founder of the company, is flying into this. James and I are putting on, there's 1,100 people coming. Rob Flick will be there, Gene Fredericks, Dr. Tracy Lewis, all kinds of people. October 2nd, 4th is our annual convention in Las Vegas as well. Save the dates, take pictures, don't miss these. This is all on BrinkoResources.com under upcoming events. Not Where's Brand, but upcoming events. There's a tab there. January 2020, Mexico. This is going to sell out. I think we can only bring like 700 there. And it's going to be a massive, great time in Puerto Vallarta at a brand new resort. It'll be done in June. It's on the ocean, and it's going to be a blast. I think it's, about 1,100 a person for like 5 days, super all-inclusive luxury. Come out there and hang out with Kuso of XP. Design a social calendar. We designed ours. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that because we're going to go. Go to Tony Robbins, John Maxwell, Zig Ziglar type stuff. Dale Carnegie. Go to stuff. Excuses, rationalizations, limitations. You got to stop making that stuff. Questions. What's easier, 40 agents or 40 listings? I recommend you go list 40 agents. I did it 8 months. You don't do it forever. I did it one time a year and a half ago. I finished it, and I'm done. I'm done. Are we done? I mean, we're just continuing to build this because we love it, but we don't have to work. It's pretty cool. So go list 40. We've all done listings, 10, 20, 30, 40 listings, and your reward is, if you get 40 listings this year, you should go do it if you need the money, by the way. But the reward is you get to do it again next year. If the market gets tighter and interest rates go up, it'll be hard to do 40. But if your lifestyle's used to 40, then guess what? You're going to suffer. It'll be hard to make a mortgage payment, hard to make your credit card payments. Go do this. Oh, baby. Agents, 420,000 of them. They're everywhere. You can find them everywhere. Listings are hard to find. They're more rare. This is important. Launching new agents at the point of application. When the agent makes application, you email onboarding@brinko.com or you text, this is our onboarding number, and either Rob or Christina will get back to them and help give them a red carpet experience. They'll order their business, help them order their business cards, get you sites if they need, set up their email, set up their website. When you want an email, and you want everybody on the thread, like I think Wednesday morning I sent out, I use text, on text. So that is the onboarding number. You text that number and it goes to Rob and Christina at the same time. Rob, are you here? Yeah. Right there. Is Christina here? Christina, is she walking over? Come over here, Christina. Meet her out. She with somebody? She's coming. Is she like doing a Zoom or something? Is she doing a Zoom? That's so funny. Is she coming? I have 5 more seconds. That's my daughter, Christina. There's Rob. Smile, everyone. Look at him. So they're our onboarding department. Okay, you're good. You're cool. That's all I needed. So, but I put James on there. James is, we're kind of business partners in this. When you saw, hey, this is Bob, my onboarding department, Rob and Christina. They're going to get you going. They're going to set up everything, the red carpet treatment. And when I put James on there, how encouraging is it for you to see message after message after message of new people? Was it cool? So when you do this, you should put everyone in your upline on that onboarding email so you can see it. When do you want to introduce people to onboarding? When they make application. You go to join.exprealty.com. That's when you want to do this. Secret weapon for me is praying. For you, it might be meditating, whatever word you want to put on it. I love this one. Some people think they're lucky stars. I like to think the one who made the stars for me personally. The whole fire in your veins thing, we covered that. Do something that scares you every day. I mean, just one call away from changing your life. I'm going to skip these for now. Skip that. April 25th, Katie Core, 9 to noon. That is 9 to noon. 9 to noon. We do have an event coming up May 17th and 18th. It's super hush hush. I'll just say this. You must have 15 sponsored to come. It's in Las Vegas, Venetian. You have to have 15 sponsored to come. Everyone is going to be huge. But that's 15. If you don't have 15, you absolutely can't come. But April 25th, 9 to noon. There was some stuff that said 10 to 1. It is 9 to noon at the Falls Event Center, Katie Core, and that's where they're going to train. There's Glenn opening NASDAQ. There's our PB Core event, 9 to noon, April 25th. We're going to teach you about lead generation. Bring people to this. Bring guests from Coldwell Banker to this. Remax, Keller Williams. Say, forget joining Keller Williams. Forget joining EXP. Never. You're not allowed. You guys are not allowed to come to EXP, but I want you to come to this. I'm going to teach you how to sell a lot more real estate this year. And you're not allowed. I forbid you to come to EXP. I want to help you. I want you to come to this. I'll get you there. I'll get you in. I'll get you a ticket. It's free. Tell them that, but Falls Event Center, okay? I'm paying the $7,000, right? I like it when things cost money. I'll scholarship you. I'll pay for you. You laugh. In December of 2010, there was a business planning clinic. I had 33 guests. I want you to think bigger than you're thinking. Every one of them, I said, you're not allowed to come to Keller Williams, but you're going to come to this business planning class. It is going to help you do better in 2011 if you have a plan. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. If you don't know where you're going, then you don't know where you're going. If you don't know how you're going to get there, then you don't know how you're not going to get there. So this is going to help people. You should have 10, 15, 20, 30 guests there. Become a promoter. This thing will be jam-packed. You will not get a seat. We'll take this whole down. It's going to be crazy. And this guy's $4,000 for 3 hours. He's the guy in North America, and this will be a big deal. This business will be launched to promoters. You learn to promote, your business will explode. I'm a promoter. Be a promoter. There's June 4th, 5th, and 6th at our annual shareholder summit. There'll be 50 Wall Street firms there. We're going to do the State of the Union on our company financials, All the board of directors will be there. I'm not gonna, I'll be there for sure. I've never missed one. So if you can afford it, go. It's in Orlando, June 4th, 5th, and 6th. Come out there. There's pools and golf courses, and it's a first-class experience. It's done once a year. Don't wait till next year. Go this year, June 4th, 5th, and 6th. And right now, we are headed over to the Yard House for EXP Social. We didn't want to unleash you to Friday night traffic. This is about a 10-minute drive from here at the fountains. If you guys don't know where the fountains are, and we are going to have a major party over there. There's the address. If you get the phone number, and it may be a little crazy. If it's so jam-packed full, there's Zocolos, Mexican food right close by. But come over, let's have some fun together. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Is this good, everyone? That's good. Let's go do this thing. All right, thank you. Music.
That's it.